had Governor Tony Evers signing the biennial budget for 2023 to 2025. So big news from the Wisconsin State Capitol here in Madison. I'm going to pull up some video for you of that press conference. And this was Governor Tony Evers signing the biennial budget today at the state capitol here in Madison with dozens of line item vetoes that he used there. The main points that he was touting in this budget: the investments in education, the PFAS contamination prevention, as well as workforce development here in the state of Wisconsin. Now, he did note that while he is excited about a lot of these, what he's calling, quote, historic investments, he did say that, of course, this budget is still not perfect. Again, he used more than 50 line item vetoes, but let's hear from the governor himself on that.
Even as I'm glad the legislature joined me in making critical investments in several key areas, the fact remains that this budget remains imperfect and incomplete.
So, again, Governor Tony Evers talking about the biennial budget at a press conference today in Madison at the Capitol. You see him there doing the official signing of the 2023 to 2025 budget. And pull up this video for you here. So Evers had also criticized the Republican-authored spending plan, which was passed in the legislature, and said that it failed to address workforce challenges adequately enough. So he is using his veto authority for the legislature to continue their work. So specifically, he mentioned that he wants to tackle affordable childcare in the state of Wisconsin, making sure parents can stay in the workforce. And the legislature had actually knocked down Evers' proposal of over $300 million for the state's childcare industry. So his veto will provide $15 million during the fiscal year of 2023 to 2024 so that the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation can provide grants to child care providers. So something he's really been pushing for. Another notable point on the biennial budget signing today is that Evers mentioned in his speech today that the UW system will be allowed to retain 188 positions related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, this was a big point of contention with Republicans who were saying that they would not approve any budget that included those positions specifically. And Evers now saying that the UW system will be allowed to retain those 188 jobs. Other notable points, the budget does include investments in local communities, at least 20% shared revenue in most municipalities, funding for general transportation aids, over $1 billion for K-12 schools, as well as support for Wisconsin farmers, and $525 million to expand affordable housing, as well as access to clean waters, again, with that PFAS contamination prevention, PFAS being those forever chemicals in the water, something that Evers says will be addressed in this biennial budget. So again, the main points here is Evers has signed the 2023 to 2025 biennial budget today, Wednesday, July 5th, and that was signed today at the state capitol. Evers announcing that he used more than 50 line item vetoes to pass this and sign the budget into law. Now, that is just a brief summary, of course, of the biennial budget signing today at the state capitol, Governor Tony Evers, and we will have much more coverage, of course, in our early evening newscast, so be sure to stay tuned for NBC 15 News at 4, 5, and 6. We will have full coverage detailing the budget and all of what that entails and what we can expect moving forward. Again, you can always follow the news at nbc15.com for the latest. And also make sure to download our free news app for all of the latest notifications sent straight to your phone. And hope everyone's having a great Wednesday afternoon, day after 4th of July. And we will see you hopefully at 4 o'clock.